What the is going on?
I like to party.
Jesus, honey, wax much?
This is Unwaxed
Get in, loser, we're going shopping.
with Sophia and Sistine Stallone.
Did we just become best friends? Yep.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the
Unwaxed podcast with your favorite sisters, Sophia and Sea Monster.
Bitch.
You called yourself a sea monster like 2
You know when
seconds
people
ago.
insult you, but you insulted yourself first, and then they think that they can continue it? I hate people like that.
So me.
Like, I'm a perpetual, I'm a self-deprecator to the core.
Oh,
I
yeah.
like to roast myself, but when someone repeats it back, especially in a different setting on a different day, don't. I can talk shit about me, not you.
Okay, so you're not a sea monster.
It is giving sea monster. I'll give you that.
I don't. You look good. I think the hair looks cool.
I tried to do a mermaid wave, but I crimped it kind of.
Yeah.
And
because
I
that's
don't like it. I feel like I'm in middle school, like crimping my hair again. It looks crazy.
I like it. Well, you know, that is the look. Apparently, the new hair trend is the undone, loose. Yeah, it is the mermaid crimp.
I'm still trying to.
No, I think it looks good.
Ew, hiding
Well,
it.
my hair isn't even touched. My hair isn't even done because Sistine, we were on the couch and I was like, God, Sistine, I've been so productive today. And she's asking what I did. And I'm like trying to brag. And then suddenly I'm finishing the last bit of my to-do list. And then Sistine goes, you know, we're supposed to leave in 30 minutes. Blinked out. You know those days where you just like, there's one thing you just cannot remember in your head. And today, honestly, I kept forgetting that we had a podcast to shoot. I don't know why.
Priorities, huh? Why do you have Jason Momoa on your screen?
We were talking a little bit about the sea monster stuff. I was just gonna pull it up.
You motherfucker! You know that's my celebrity crush.
Is that
Is
really?
it not?
No, it is, and I don't understand why. Because she dates people that are half his size.
No, okay.
And
I have to say, no one actually ever
very
dates
much-
their celebrity crush because that's just unobtainable.
Oh, that's true.
Also, celebrities don't look like normal human beings. So
I've pretty much stayed on exactly my type for the last 28 years.
Sophia's type, if I were to describe it as like an object,
I already know.
As an object.
As an object.
oatmeal.
Oatmeal.
You remember I said
Boring?
No. Do you remember that analogy I made about dating men and oatmeal?
Yes. Yes. How a man is like a bowl of oatmeal.
I said
and
every
you put-
guy's like a bowl of oatmeal.
The bowl of oatmeal is boring, but when you put the stuff in it, it gets it a little bit more flavorful. What does this have to do with my type, though? I don't date oatmeal.
No, you just date like very straight and narrow,
No,
like
my
corn-fed, grass-fed kind of
okay.
guys.
I was gonna say that my type, Jesus, I was gonna say that my type physically has always been the same. It's been over 6'1" at least, and it's been brunette with blue eyes. That's it. I have never been a relationship-wise. I've pretty much been so consistent up until recently. Her type, okay, personality type, they're all, no, I'll tell you. Normally you go for the guy that's like the goofiest one, the loudest in the room, Mr. Confident.
Love
you like,
bombers.
You love the love bombers.
I love those.
She loves the ones that have just like, let me roar energy. But then they're always the most secretive little
They're not
sneaky
very
snake.
loyal.
No. And then physically, I have no idea what you're into. Because her celebrity crush is Jason Momoa. She's dated a guy that was probably half her body weight and half her size. But then she's also dated a guy that was like,
Who, the British one?
that British one was tiny. But then you've also dated Ken dolls. And then you've also dated more fit people.
On the topic, though, of types dating whatnot, we know I recently ended something that I saw some great potential in. We really did.
Can I just say?
Oh, now, you know what I love? When everyone's on board in the moment and they're rallying behind you and hyping you up, and then the second it ends, they're like, I saw it the whole time.
okay,
What do you mean?
I had my reservations.
Elaborate.
And I had mentioned it to you one time before.
But-
and then
but-
I left it because
I
I gave the
agreed.
benefit of the doubt.
Hold on, I agreed.
didn't love it, but
You
I
had
let it.
only female friends.
No, what I thought was suspicious
Yeah.
because I went on my fake Instagram account and I
As-
check.
Yeah.
And I'm always doing my recon on it because I will not. Steve asked me not to do research on him. Obviously, I didn't listen. And then I went to his Instagram page quite often
Girl.
to make sure to watch who he's following. because
It's
I was
like
protecting
live
you.
with the CIA.
And he just constantly followed like Instagram models.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about it.
But
and I
not
go,
like the fitness model, like a underwear model.
no, like
Like going to Dubai model.
yeah.
Yeah.
And look, they're hot. No shade to y'all. You're hot. I get why you followed. But I didn't like that from the like after meeting you, after going on dates, and he like would keep doing that.
Right.
And that pissed me off.
Okay, fair enough.
But he was doing so many good things on the dates that I was like, benefit of the doubt. Like I don't want to knock someone before, because by the way, the queen over here will jump ship if someone says boo. So I was trying to
True.
give benefit of the doubt. And
See, there's two types of people, right? Like Sophia doesn't give second chances. I, however, give
that's not true, but I run away.
fast. I will
Fast.
give 14 chances.
Yeah.
And then still give another one.
Yeah, it's
So
true.
I overlooked it. Perhaps I had the rose-colored lens on.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe I'll save what happened exactly for a later episode. It's a little sensitive sore still.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Pretty gnarly. And I'm the type of person where, remember a few episodes back, I told myself I'm never going to let a man make me cry. I'm not going to allow someone else's bad behavior
Mm-hmm.
to influence how I feel emotionally in the moment. So I was trying to be very strong. Deep down, I was crying. I was so upset.
Yeah.
But I was like, you know what? I'm going to laugh through the pain. Let's make this whole horrible ending to this thing a joke. And so I found humor in it, which I loved until last night.
Until I
And then she
was
asked
probing.
she
some
asked
questions.
one question that wasn't even a sensitive subject, and I just start going.
And this is the thing, is that I know you so well, and I know that you cover things up with humor, just like how I cover things up by talking around the actual issue here. Like I'll out talk you, and then your guys are like, "Stop talking! I'm gonna hang up the phone." You cover it with humor, and so I was thinking, okay, I understand making light of situations, and I understand your little, "I'm never gonna make a man cry again." Like,
Yeah,
hear me
woman,
roar.
phenomenon.
But I also think it's really important to actually express those feelings, because I think that, you know,
Yeah. No.
change it can't happen unless you actually target what's hurting you. And
Totally.
what was it that hurt you that you could go, okay, for the next one, this won't happen again.
Well, I think the problem with me and
Oh,
my
it is.
dating life at the moment is I haven't been having bad endings. I've had disaster endings to every single situation
Yeah.
that I've been in. And now I think because I've made it a joke so many times to everyone around me, like it's the punchline. Every time I
Yeah.
come to dinner, there's another horror story that I have about what just happened to me. And it wasn't this last guy that really did me over. It was sort of an accumulation of each one. Because I was telling Sophia, I'm like, it's not like it's a mutual ending or he did something bad or canceled. It's always something that I literally can't be with this person because of what they did.
Yeah.
Like it's a force out. And I just kept saying, I was like, why can't I ever be like enough? Which is so sad. But it's like, why am I always like second potato? And I'm never a priority
Okay.
to these guys.
I'm going to be very transparent with you.
Don't say it's where you're finding them. Bullshit.
It is, but
no, I'll tell you
let's
what.
not- can
No,
I- no, you just went on a tangent, so I'm going to give my
it's
review.
my life.
No, it is your life, but I'm not blaming you. I'm not blaming you. Let me talk.
Okay.
So I totally get that. Sistine has actually been in the position where she hasn't had to end things because like she got to make the decision of like, you know what, I'm not feeling it anymore, let me leave. They've actually done something to cause, I'm not saying anything bad, to cause the breakup. But I will say, one, yes, I don't think that you're picking them in the right places, because where we met this last man was already a red flag, number one. But two, I also think that maybe your picker is off now.
My picker is off.
By the way, I think my picker is off. I think I intentionally choose people without even realizing it, obviously unintentionally, that I know I won't get hurt with. So I know, but it doesn't go any further. So I'm like, okay, I need to step away from my type and go for someone that like I have a genuine connection
but
with.
I
you
don't have a type. If you were to line up the
But
last
maybe-
5 people I went out with, all completely opposite.
But maybe that's my point. Maybe your problem is that you don't have like a very specific person.
So you're saying my ability to choose a good man is bad? Great.
But it's
Wow.
no, but by the way, so is mine. But guess what? Like the current, you know my situation that's going on. You
But
guys have had
to be fair, the last two, the most recent two guys that I was seeing, everyone in the family agreed we didn't see that coming. You have to
the
say.
last one the current one I will
say
say
it now.
no, that's not true. You knew that I was a little suspicious about him, but the last one was the other one before that one threw me off. That was a curveball for me. But I also think that it's not you. Like, it isn't you. All of the people that are making these actions, like what we tell our listeners, if there's a guy that's doing things to hurt you, it isn't you. Like, you're not doing anything. You couldn't have been a better girlfriend to these guys, like, actually.
But I did wake up a little bit, like, embarrassed. I was like, that was embarrassing. Let's not.
For crying?
Yeah.
Sistine, shut up. Like,
Why?
it's me.
But
Stop. I mean,
know, but
come
I was
on.
like, to cry over boys.
Shut up about that. Every person that's listening, Chris has cried over a girl before.
Chris, when was the last time you cried over a girl?
It's been a while.
Oh,
It's been a
God.
while.
Yeah, well,
Can't you just lie to make me feel better?
Sistine,
But I have a lot. Does that make you feel any better?
You cried a lot?
yeah.
About girls? Yeah, for sure.
So
A ton.
relax. It's not a big deal. I've cried over boys that I
That
knew for like a
helps.
month. Like, so is everyone else. And you not crying is not you being protective. It's actually you being a little bit like, come on, you need to cry, talk about it,
Yeah.
and progress. Because guess what? I guarantee you, I feel a shift. And I said this to you last night. The fact that you were opening up about it last night to me, of all people, and she's like, I'm embarrassed I cried. It wasn't about him. It was about the situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to pivot now. Now you're like clear-headed. I know what I want. And you're going to probably get it because your energy is going to shift.
Yeah.
What's yeah?
I just gotta start from square one again. Here we go.
It's perspective.
Sure. Yes.
Oh my God, you're 26. You'll be fine. She'll be fine.
Hmm.
I'll be fine. Chris will be fine.
Look at you with your optimism hoodie. Everything's fine. We're fine. You're
We're
like
fine.
Dory in Finding Nemo.
She's fine. You're fine. I'm fine. He's fine. We're all fine.
Okay.
But cry if you need to cry.
Well,
If you're fine, cry.
sometimes I'll cry upside down.
Just to what? See if
So they fall on the ground and not on my face.
to like avoid the makeup getting ruined.
That and kind of like irritates my skin.
I think I'm a
Makes
really
it less real.
I'm a cute crier.
Oh my God, I'm the cutest crier. You know what, Sophia?
You
Don't make
are?
that face.
You've told me that you don't think you're that cute of a crier.
I do look like Flappy Bird.
So how is that a
My
cute
lips
crier?
get very swollen.
That's pretty.
I know. That's what I mean. I'm a cute crier.
Okay, fine. You're a cute crier.
Shut up.
I'll allow it.
Shut up.
Okay, so to pivot and take the pressure off of Sistine to talk about her current love
God
life.
damn. What was that? 10 minutes of roast?
No, if people are gonna relate to this.
Say something positive.
No, but I'm gonna talk about myself where I'm gonna say bad things about me. Okay.
Oh, I love this.
No, not bad things.
Oh.
Okay, relax. Hey, why do you still want to see my demise? All right. So, you know what's funny? I think the reason why I'm wearing an optimism shirt is because of the way I started my day. And I realized the last few months that I used to be very consistent and proactive about having a very established morning routine. But I would say in the last 2 months, I've kind of fallen off that wagon. And my anxiety has been at an all-time high.
I've noticed.
Yeah, like the littlest things will make me anxious. The thought of doing the most basic laundry tasks I cannot do. Like, it sounds silly, but I'm supposed to donate books for the last like 3 weeks. Just the thought of me doing it and getting it done stresses me out. And I know it sounds silly to say that, but I feel like my brain has been running at 100 miles an hour. And in the morning, I get frantic. I feel like I'm completing things half done. And so last night I was like, you know what? I want to really probably put in a smart, morning routine. Because, people say like how you start the day is how you go. So this morning I woke up at 7, made my bed, meditated for like 5 minutes, which I haven't done in so long. I read my book for an hour, made coffee, and I was pretty much awake, ready to go by 9 o'clock, 8:30. And I'm telling you, the rest of the day, I got every single solitary thing done. Got the books, I emailed the people to donate them. I got all of my pick up my prescription, go do this, go write my book, go. And for the first time in a long time, I was like, I feel so accomplished. I feel
Good.
so good. No, but I feel like sometimes we don't actually do that for ourselves and we kind of just wake up not really having if you feel a little bit scattered, I think it's really, really important we remind ourselves to actually have a good morning routine?
Setting an alarm is probably the hardest thing to do.
Yeah. What do you usually do then for your routine in the morning?
Well, I do the opposite of meditating and taking the proper protocols to having a healthy start to your day. I first open my phone, go on Instagram, and then I go on TikTok, and I chug water that has flavored water drops in it. So that's the first thing I put in my body in the morning. And then I drink a cup of coffee, eat a lot of biotin gummies, watch Sex and the City, edit clips, out the door for the gym.
Do you feel like
No, my cortisol levels are so high.
that's what I was gonna say? Do you
Like,
feel like do you
beyond
feel
high.
calm in the morning at all?
No. Well, I'm a very angry morning person, but I know my cortisol levels are so shot.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Like, would you ever try to not look at your phone first thing in the morning? Like, I did not touch my phone until I left.
Well,
the
how am I
house.
going to see all of the texts that I missed at 3 in the morning?
Do you get a lot of texts at night?
No. And I wish I was one of those people you open your phone and just 15
Like shit
messages.
happens. I don't get those.
See,
at
that's
all.
humbling too when you get on a plane and then you land and there's not one message that, oh, that hurts.
I know.
No one cared if I
No,
landed
well,
safely.
if it's under a 2-hour flight, fine.
Still.
But if it's over a 3-hour flight and no one's texted
Like,
anything,
I want so badly to like land a plane and then get a crazy DM from someone. You're like, oh my God.
I know I don't get those at all. I haven't had like
know.
a shock message in a long time.
Oh my God, you know, I just realized why I was crying the other day. Because I was so hungover.
Really?
Yeah. You know when you're hungover and your emotions are crazy? That makes sense.
No, you were sad as well, but
Yeah, but that probably let it loose. You know when you're hungover and the night was not worth that hangover? Like we went out
Yeah.
for the first time, on Saturday in
haven't
months.
we just haven't had a girls' night out in a long time.
Well, I felt the need to orchestrate it because not only was I going through a bad ending with a guy, so was our other girlfriend, an even worse one, to be fair. And I said, you know what? We need to have a GNO,
Yeah.
girls' night out, drinks, cocktails, and I want to go dancing. Like, we got to sweat out all of the men.
There's something
in our
about
life.
dancing that just revives the soul.
Exactly. So we get together, have a great boozy dinner, and we first go to this one kind of club. Took 2 shots, didn't need to, sucked. So then we walked to another club, stayed for about 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, barely left.
Club culture, I fear, is dead.
I think
Take a moment for club culture. Go.
I do believe one of the reasons is that it's summer and it is like not the high season for people to be going out. But
It was still packed.
I will say no. I will say it was actually opposite. When we got to the second place, this is what I don't like about clubs. Do not have a massive line outside the club and then have 0 people in the actual club. I'm sorry. Like we
know.
get there, we figured out how to finagle our way in. It was only 3 girls, so it's usually a little easier if girls are going. But when you go inside, it's 99% girls, 1% guys, and maybe 40 bodies
and no
in this
one
massive
was
place.
dancing.
And everyone was on their phone. No one was talking to each
Too
other.
cool for school.
I know.
Why even go out if you're not going to have fun?
Do you think it's because people are just so in their heads about how they look and feel?
100%.
Yeah. Like think
There
about
was
back
this,
then.
No, there was this one guy. After about 2 minutes, we said, we're out of here. So we get into the elevator to leave the club.
Yeah.
And this one guy who like dabbed up the bouncer, okay, comes into the elevator to leave as well.
Mm-hmm.
And you could tell he was like kind of weird with
Yeah.
the 3 of us in there. I don't know. He was
He, like,
acting a little
panicked.
panicky, a little skittishy. He was giving like, I have a possessive girlfriend. I'm not looking.
Yeah, like
kind
even
of vibe.
she will look at the security footage in the elevator.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So whatever. We didn't speak to him. We didn't even look at him. But he was his head was like glued to his phone. Like wouldn't even look up for a second to like press the button. Nothing. And we all kind of looked at each other like that's a little strange. Whatever. And I look over. You know what he's looking at on his phone that was acting so intense, like he was texting?
What's that?
Cat videos. I literally said, "Oh my God, he's on like a cat meme account. Like that's what you're looking at, bro."
He's like not looking at the girls, cats,
I
kittens,
was
kittens,
like,
kittens, kittens.
Oh man, he's whipped.
No, I look. I respect it because, by the way, the latter is him like flirting with girls when he has a girlfriend. So my man better be doing that. My man better be looking at dog videos, cat videos. If there's any temptation, he better be glued to his phone. But Sistine and I were saying this like. It must have been so fun back then to like not walk around with your cell phone. And
Yeah.
no one was filming you. No one was recording. No one was calling you. because you didn't have any way to communicate with anybody except
and you
the people
didn't know
around
who
you.
was gonna be out until you
No.
got there. That's fun.
God, it must have been cool. I mean, I'm not saying everything back then was a great, great, but I would say going out probably was the best.
Easily.
Yeah. But I'm just waiting for fall because fall will be when everyone kind of gets back.
I'm just wanting to be like a little bratty.
It just reminds me of why I love and hate New York, because the only times you love it here is the fall and beginning of or end of spring. And then summer and winter, no one's around at all.
Yeah, I don't know why we live here.
I always wonder that. And we pay a lot
Honestly,
here.
like you're miserable for 10 months because it's freezing, windy,
Yeah.
snowy, and then finally it's summer, but then it's too hot to even be outside and everyone's gone. So you honestly have September, October, maybe November.
The only thing getting me through life right now is Addison Rae.
Yo. Chris, are you updated on Addison
I'm
Rae right
not
now?
updated. Update me, please.
Her video,
Holy
if
shit.
anybody isn't feeling themselves, listen to the song Diet Pepsi by Addison Rae. I will say this girl has been killing her image
She is
in a good way.
She is Britney Spears 2.0.
She's
Now,
so
she
hot.
is so hot. Chris, how do you not know anything about Addison Rae?
I don't think I'm the demographic, to be honest with you.
Addison Rae is everyone's type.
I feel
That's
she
what I'm
has to
trying to
be
say.
because it was funny. She came out with music. If anyone knows who Addison Rae is, she's a TikToker and now she's a pop star or trying to be a pop star.
I'd say she.
Her
is a
old
pop
music
star.
she came out with felt a little bit goofy. Like it was very much like obsessed with me, obsessed. And it
Fair
didn't
enough.
hit. It didn't hit. It felt a little bit like teeny bop.
I liked it.
I listened to it. I listened to it all the way here. But this one feels so like Lana Del Rey,
Yeah.
Britney Spears, 2016. It's
Dude,
euphoric.
in the video, she's feeding a dude cherries with her toe.
Ugh.
Like,
I'm not even joking.
no, it's like, but she can.
No, it
That's
was-
why I love it.
I texted Sistine
You
the
gotta
song.
watch it, Chris.
I was like, Sistine, listen to the song. She goes, I've already listened 4 times already.
Yeah, it just reminds me of being like, you know what this video encapsulates the feeling of? When you're in, this is gonna sound so strange, but stick with me.
Okay.
When you're in high school and you're with like your first boyfriend. So like you're doing things for the first time, like sexual
I
things
said
for
high
the first
school
time.
virgin. Well,
So
that's what it is, I think.
So it literally feels like that feeling in high school, like going to a party after school and then like being
the
with your
cool
boyfriend and like
kid.
making out in his car and
Yeah,
like
yeah.
going to a lookout and hooking up, like stuff like that.
So
where I'm like,
good.
it's just nostalgic.
It's nostalgic. And I feel like she is really bringing back a type of music. Like I feel like Charlie XCX has done the same with bringing back brat pop, but I feel like she is bringing back like early 2000s
Yeah.
pop, and it is just giving everything. And I was thinking like how jealous I am of her. Like
Mhm.
I was thinking how fun it would be to be a singer,
To be
a famous pop star,
See,
like
I want to be
Dua
a pop
Lipa.
star.
Like who if you had to be any person and have their discography, like what
I
would
would
you?
do Tate McRae because
Oh, I like that one.
I love how she flips her hair. And I would be more of like the dancing and less the singing.
Yeah.
Even though she's a good singer. But she just like is so, the way she can move
Yeah.
her body
Yeah.
baffles me.
I would say Dua Lipa today. I think Dua Lipa's
Why? 'Cause she's
dancing.
with Callum Turner.
That's also a benefit. I'm not going to doubt that. But she couldn't dance before, and now she can dance.
Chris, what do you think?
The toe thing, not my thing. I will
You're
say
not a
that's not
feet
my
guy.
type. No, I'm good.
See, I never
Yo,
understood.
what is that smirk?
What, you like your toe sucked?
Ew, no,
What was that?
I just didn't believe him.
It was oh, you didn't believe
No,
me. Why do
Sophia.
you take me for a toe guy?
I don't know.
That's crazy.
I feel like there's things about Chris I need to figure out.
The
and this
way,
is,
the way we've
Why
been,
do you need to figure them out?
I'm
no.
just-
The way we've been typecasting
just-
Chris, first I was like, you dyed your hair platinum, didn't you? You were like, no.
Yeah,
He's
you
a
guys
foot
have been
guy,
putting a
no.
lot on me.
I know,
and
we
now I'm a
actually
foot
have
guy on top of it.
We're like, we know you,
Chris,
Chris.
did you
Nah,
ever
feet gross
own
me out.
a record player from Urban Outfitters?
No, I never. I bought my girlfriend one.
That's cute.
That's
That's a good
a
Back in
gift.
the
sweet
day,
thing.
yeah.
I've always asked
God.
one of my guys to do that.
I
Never
will
did.
say that a way that guy gives gifts is very telling of
Oh, I
how
love
they feel about
it.
you.
Sometimes they're so bad, but like you could tell they really tried.
I've had some pretty bad ones.
We've gotten some funny gifts,
One-
like serious gifts.
Yeah. One time a guy, I think I've said this on the podcast before, but I remember I went out with a guy and he gave me a Bob's Burger cookbook. And like 300 ways to make a hamburger.
Why do you think he bought you that?
When I tell you,
She's never cooked in her life.
I have no idea.
You have no clue?
No.
I love burgers.
No, we love Bob's Burgers.
And I love Bob's Burgers.
All right, there.
But I love burgers more today. Earlier, Sophia, I was like never raving about it. I talked about breakfast burritos more. He also gave me a therapy book, like How to Be Happier. That one.
Did it make you happier? It looks
that
like
I
it.
looked at him, I was like, oh, thanks. I honestly didn't. I remember looking at these books going, he doesn't know me at all.
I got one time a children's nightlight that like lit up. It was Lilo and Stitch.
What?
I've never been afraid of the dark. I just left it
Does
at
he-
his. I was like, what?
A Lilo and Stitch?
It was just like when you plug into the wall. I've never mentioned being afraid of the dark. We've never watched that movie together. I was
But
like,
are you a big Lilo and Stitch fan?
never have I ever mentioned it.
Not at
There
all.
is a new one coming out which looks amazing, but I've never.
I kind of take you as a big Lilo and Stitch fan.
I
I
can
can
mention this to an ex.
No,
ever.
no.
It makes no sense.
Ratatouille light would have made more sense.
I agree.
So what we're also excited about, which is very fun, which we've never done before, and if we complete this successfully, then we truly are the best daughters ever.
I think so too. We're surprising my mom for her birthday in Florida. So she's been so pissed at us because she's
So
like,
mad.
why don't you come visit me? And we're like, you know what, Mom, we have a life. We're too busy. So she has no idea.
We've
this
been
is
planning this for a
happening.
month though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I do feel bad about? My dad planned she's never had a surprise
to
birthday
cancel.
before. My dad planned a surprise party with all of my mom's friends in Palm Beach. And she was so nosy, she started going through his phone and was like, why are all these people texting you? And then ruined her own surprise.
Yeah.
My dad's never planned a surprise
I
birthday
just thought
before.
about this. I'm like, she's gonna love it because she's never been surprised in her life.
She's
Poor
gonna
father.
cry.
But I don't think I've ever been surprised in my life. I don't think you've ever been, right? Like no one's surprised you for your birthday.
I never had enough friends to throw a surprise party. That's the
Oh.
truth.
No,
That's
but
the
I don't
truth.
think you need like 100 people.
No, but you need at least like 6.
Like no, no.
You know?
My thing is like I would love to, even if it's a table of 4 people, like someone to set up a surprise party. I'm not saying, I mean, my birthday's coming up, so don't do it now because I already know what I'm doing. But like you can even say like a boyfriend flying in, surprising you for your birthday, like something cute like that. Like I haven't had that before, and I feel like, oh, I did have that once. But remember how for my 21st birthday, this is actually a funny story. For my 21st birthday, I threw this really big party.
Oh, you were
And
gone.
I was 21. Sorry.
She was on a different planet.
I was on a different galaxy. We were not well. Anyways, that means it was successful. And I remember my boyfriend at the time had been telling everybody that he was going to fly in for my birthday because he was surprising me. And my problem is I'm too nosy. No, I didn't have any inkling that he was going to fly out, but I was going through this email chain with a bunch of people that were helping plan my party. And I guess one of the people had reached out to my ex and said, okay, he's coming at this time.
Okay.
And I remember thinking, fuck, he's gonna be so mad that I ruined the surprise. And I was so mad I ruined my own surprise. And then this is how bad it was. He got to the club.
This man surprises her at the club. Sophia is 2 sheets to the wind.
Yep.
He is an inch away from her face, and she has no idea who it is.
Wow.
I couldn't. Well, first
I
off,
have a video.
it was pitch black. It was pitch black. I couldn't, and I was not focused. You know what it was? I
he
could
was
not.
nose to nose with her,
I
and she
couldn't
was
process that he was there.
all over the place.
It was pretty funny.
I love having bad videos of you.
I know you do. I don't know why.
What did I have to say? So off topic, but I just remembered that I had this on the tip of my tongue when I opened the podcast about me being a sad crying girl.
Oh, okay.
Not that sad, but kind of. I wanted to ask Chris. This is like a thing for like that women do, and I was wondering if you knew that women do this.
Okay.
I can guarantee every single female you ask if they have a breakup in their notes app, and they will all say yes.
What about the breakup?
Like the actual breakup, like the
Like how it
speech,
transpired?
the
Like
exact
a
word for
court
word.
transcription of it?
100%. Like, tell me I'm wrong. Every girl, I have
Yeah.
every single breakup in my phone because you rehearse it, you write it out, you send it to your friends, they send notes back.
I will say
It's a whole
you will
thing.
know the psyche of a girl
Oh, yeah.
if you just go through her notes app. You will know this girl like the back of her hand if you just go through her
Yeah.
notes app.
Let's see.
The lists, the
I have-
paragraphs that she has to send to people, her just random thoughts.
How about this?
I don't
I'll
wanna
read
see it.
you. I'll
I
read
don't-
you
I
my
don't wanna
first.
see it.
Yeah, I might ruin
I'll
some
read
things.
you my first 4 notes. This one is like a CVS grocery list, okay? The next note I said was, talking about him was more interesting than talking to him.
Jesus.
And I thought that was like a kind of an interesting thought. Just think about it. Like when you talk about someone to your friends, that's exciting. But then when you're actually with them, you're like, oh, wait, it's not as exciting.
That's why
as-
I'm not going in the notes app
Okay.
because you're gonna run into
Here's
something
another
like
one.
that.
I wrote something pretty profound.
I added a baby name the other day.
Oh.
And then, here's the breakup. And then I have a note that just says bratty. And then I have a note about like a horror movie I want to do.
Oh, I have like sometimes I think of things for
Have
my book.
your engagement ring size here.
Thank you. By the way, there's no one in my peripheral
know.
that like is going to be doing this anytime soon. So just in case. I wrote like quotes that I want to add into the book. You can't heal in a place you get hurt.
Mm.
You can't heal in the place you get hurt. I was like, ooh, that's pretty good.
Okay.
And then I wrote, it's easy to feel profoundly alone in a room full of acquaintances. If they don't see you, hear you as you truly are, then the room might as well be empty. Bars. Dude, I get deep. I'm like,
This is another breakup. Hi, don't worry. I didn't take it in a negative way at all. I'm sorry to hear you had a rough day. I've been dealing with a lot internally.
yep.
And you make me feel comfortable enough to tell you what's on my mind. This is so bad. I did not say this. I'm
going,
just
keep
beginning
going.
this self-discovery journey
Ew.
that I'm on. Oh my God.
Who did you send this to?
I gotta figure it out. Blah, blah, blah.
Damn.
I really hate
sis.
having to write this, but I don't want to start anything with anyone. Oh my God, you're gonna die when you know who that was for.
Who?
We'll have to cut it, but I'll show
What did
you.
you say? Oh my God. Whoa.
Let's do the listener questions.
Chris heard. So, one says, could you share your makeup and skin routines? You're both glowing. Big fans of the show. Unwaxed is the reason I'm starting my own podcast.
I love that for
Yay,
you.
do it.
It's so fun.
Yap. Yap like you've never yapped before.
Makeup and skincare routines. Okay, I'll say for skincare, what's really helped me is I started using a lactic acid serum on my face, which helps a lot.
Good jeans?
No, it's this new brand. It's in this white kind of long bottle at Sephora. It's a brand new brand that just started there. And in terms of makeup, I feel like we always say this, but the highlighter that we use on the show translates so well to camera.
Yeah, it really
it's
does,
the Rare
actually.
Beauty.
Yeah.
Love that one.
I'll tell you this, our skin is really not glowing. Or my skin is really not glowing.
It's also sweat.
It's also, yeah.
I'm oily.
Like, to be quite transparent, I've been struggling with the, what's it called, milia? The little dots. It's like oil clogs. And it doesn't look like acne. It just looks like little congested pores. And so I've been trying to get back to like really overly cleansing my face. But I do believe like the really way that you can have glowing skin is truly prep. It's like shaving your face.
I was gonna say, I don't know if this is the correct way to do it, so please don't do it if it harms your skin. But I've been doing it for so long. We do the microdermabrasion.
Yeah,
is
just
that
like
what it's called?
dermablading.
Dermaplaning?
Dermaplaning.
Okay, we get the little
Shaving
razor
our face. But
to
you
our
can get on
face,
Amazon.
and it
anywhere.
kind of hurts, but you put oil on it before, and then after I do that, it stings so bad, but I put like hyaluronic acid all over it, and it feels like my face is on
Wait,
fire, but I wake up
hyaluronic is-
stunning.
Hyaluronic though is a hydrating. I think you're using like not. I think you're using more salicylic acid.
I'm using I literally use 4 acids on my face.
Yeah, she burns her skin off.
I have to.
I've been using retinol lately. That's been helping a lot for my
Retinol
skin.
burn me.
See, retinol doesn't mess my skin.
And then makeup beauty tips, don't touch your eyebrows.
I don't agree with that.
Overline your Cupid's bow. And I always line my waterline with a brown
Yeah.
eyeliner.
But for the glowing part, honestly, it's just the highlighter that we use, and it's the Rare Beauty highlighter,
Yes.
and it's the powder one.
Yes.
And just set it with a lot of setting spray so that it blends and
The
melts
one
into your
size
skin.
is great.
One size is great.
Yeah.
Or I even use Morphe sometimes when I don't want it to be so.
Throwback.
Yeah, Morphe has a really good setting mist. But yeah, that's it. Okay, so number 2. This is short too. Hey, saw your videos. Any advice to let a man down easy?
Girl.
Okay, you know what's funny is I just had this thought when we were reading through your notes app, and I
jeez.
was like looking at. It's funny how you go from talking to a guy in a very casual, funny manner. And then when it comes to the breakup over text, it's so rehearsed and formal, and it's such a weird pivot when we gotta let you know, or even when you're talking to someone on the phone.
Because I think when you're wanting to end something with someone, you already feel like a shitty person for doing it.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, but you're also doing it for yourself.
Yeah.
So it's a weird double-edged sword. The best way to do it is just avoid cliches, in my opinion. Like, don't do it's the not you, it's me. Like, be specific, but also don't be too specific. Like,
Yeah.
if you get into details about why you can't be with this person, they're just gonna feel worse
Yeah.
about themselves. I don't even know if ending it with like I hope we can find a friendship out of this is the way to go either, because that sounds kind of
I've said that, and
awful.
sometimes people take it with a good response or bad
well.
response.
I think they're being polite, but no guy ever wants to hear like I liked you, now I'm pulling away, and I just see you as a bro. Like
I will say there's no easy way to let down anybody.
Write it in your
That's right.
notes.
It's called a letdown.
Yep.
It's like there's no circling around it.
But do it in a
But-
respectful manner.
But I definitely think that the sooner that you feel it, the sooner you should do it. I don't
Yeah.
think that you should do the whole like let me ghost you for 3 weeks and then go, oh sorry, I like spaced and now I'm letting you know
I
what's going on.
think if it's more than four dates and on, do a phone call. Before
Yeah, I
then,
agree,
a message is
actually.
fine.
I think it because it is a respect thing. And I think also for me, honestly, I feel like people take texts harsher than on the phone. I know it sounds weird because I do feel like when you talk to someone, you say like, look, it really has nothing to do with you.
They
like
can hear your voice.
They can hear your voice and it humanizes you.
Mhm.
I really think that when it's through like a text, which I do think under 3 dates, you don't need to do a phone call. But it definitely makes you seem a lot more cold.
Totally.
If you're the one that's being let down, because I just, I didn't really end it with someone, but I'd been on a few dates with them, and I just reached out and was like, hey, look, like, you're a great person, but I'm like seeing someone else. It was just like, I explained, I'm like, you're a really great guy, and he responded with like the best way, like, I'm so happy for you. I hope we can be friends. Like,
Yeah.
that's, I think, honestly, please, if you're going to be broken up with, unless it's a really mean way of doing it, like, be classy. Like, please,
Yeah.
it
Take the
sucks.
high road.
Take the high road. Don't project.
No.
Don't also internalize.
No.
I mean, it's hard to do both, but if you really can be the classiest way about it, then, I mean, it's like hard because it's obviously circumstantial. If a guy like
Yeah.
slept with you the next day, he's like, I'm not feeling it. Yeah, you don't. It's the if he's
Just be gentle.
Yeah.
Be kind.
if he does it nice and it's coming from not an evil place, but then just don't respond in a bad way.
Good luck.
I know. Okay, and then the last one. Maybe you guys can help me out. I've been seeing this guy for 4 months, and we've only been dating for 1. He brought me on vacation with him, and I met his whole family.
Uh-oh.
I sleep over his house a lot, and we are dating.
Okay.
He said, I love you. And so we started saying it. But once in a while, he gets anxiety and says, I'm not sure about you, or I'm not in love with you. And it's really confusing to my head because he's saying he loves me, but isn't sure about me or is in love with me. But he doesn't allow me to go places by myself at night or tells me I cannot do certain things. Am I being gaslighted and love bombed on different levels? Please
Yes.
help me out. I will also send screenshots to show more validation to you. Girl, that really annoys me.
You answered your own, love bombing. Yes. Gaslighting. Yes.
Well, this is what's confusing. Let's like timeline it. They've been going on dates. They go on vacation. He introduces her to the family, says I love you, and now suddenly he's going, I don't know.
Okay.
Like
here's
what
what
do you- I don't.
here's what I would do in this situation.
Oh God.
I have no doubt that he loves you. No, truly. No guy is bringing.
Chris is laughing. That's not true.
You don't think?
No.
Here's the thing, he probably doesn't right now, but like let her leave for like a day or two,
Yes.
and then he's gonna be the most heartbroken he's ever been in his
Exactly.
life.
I think this guy is clearly an overthinker. I think that guys don't do what they don't want to do. Like if he's inviting you to, wait, now I'm
See,
thinking
that's
about
what
it.
I mean. No guy's gonna bring you around his family
But
if he doesn't
I also
think you're
guys,
serious.
I don't think also guys internalize that much because I've gone on dates with guys 3 times and he's like, yeah, I'm going on family vacation. You can come. Like they'll just throw it out there. I go,
because
don't
they know that you're the good type to bring home to mom. So clearly he looks at you in high regard, knows that you'd behave well and be a good person to bring around. The I love you, I believe.
I don't.
What I also, and I've dealt with this before, is after it's been said, they start getting anxiety about long-term, oh no, commitment scaring me. I don't want her to get all crazy and clingy. Like, it's their own delusions that they're making up. But again, it has nothing to do with you. Unfortunately, since you're the closest person to him right now, all of his insecurities getting projected on you. So I think it's a conversation that needs to be had. Listen.
I mean, girl, I feel bad for you because that really is
No, but
such,
she
no, it
has
makes,
to talk about
I
it.
feel bad because like this guy, so you, I'm just getting frustrated. It's just annoying because you can't take this girl on dates. You can't take her on a family vacation and then say I love you.
No, it's
and then have
wrong.
her say it back and feel comfortable. And then you
Be
come
like,
in
psych,
by the way,
pumped.
she's not a fucking puppet
No.
here where you can go, I don't know, let me play with her for, oh, but also don't walk home alone at night. And you can't, wait, also can't do certain things. What is the can't do certain things? So now he's manipulating you and controlling you. Oh, okay. Yep, that's what it is. He's doing this intentionally because he knows
He's playing her like a pawn.
this is the thing. He's saying, I love you. Now she's emotionally invested. And then now, because she's emotionally invested, he is controlling her more, saying she can do certain things, can't do certain things. And then also, we always want what we can't have. So when a guy's like, I don't know if I love you, but I don't know if I can be with you, but then I want you.
And then the girl is constantly trying to prove more to him why
Yes.
he should love her.
Girl, you're too good for that. A guy, a man, that's a boy. A man will say, I love you, mean it, and keep his word. He won't tell you to not do certain things unless you're doing something horrible.
Here's
He's
what I
not
would
going to
do.
control you. He's going to walk you home at night.
Linda. Here's,
I'm just protective right now of
I
my
know,
girl.
she's mama bear. Here's what I would do. We're like the yin and the yang. I would have a conversation with him and express, you basically answered your own question, express everything that's bothering you about what's going on in a very calm, controlled manner. See and really focus on how he responds to you telling him he's doing something that you don't like. Because he could either be super agitated, dismissive, avoidant, then you have your answer. If he's honest and he says, you're right, I'm actually in fear of this, I'm overthinking that, then that's something you can work with.
Yeah.
Because it's not about you.
Yeah, he totally is love bombing and gaslighting you. And like, that's clear as day. My girlfriend just went through something that had our GNO with her. Similar situation in terms of a guy really giving her everything and saying everything that she's been wanting to hear for a long time. And then basically pulling the rug out from her going, I don't know.
He's like, well, this is just how I am.
This is how I am. I told her, and she actually really liked this advice, you need to take back control of the situation. He clearly has control over here because you're overthinking it, you're worried. He's doing this intentionally. He knows what he's doing. If you have this conversation, as Sistine said, and he comes with a good response and that's very self-reflective, then good. Let it be that way, and then you guys can move forward and heal from there. But if it comes back and it feels like he's manipulating you again,
You call us.
No.
I'll show up at his
Actually,
front
yes,
door.
you can call us. But you need to talk to him like he's a child. And this is the best way to go about it.
Oh my God.
You have to basically turn it on him and go, if you're thinking that way, like, I want you to heal on your own. Like, make him feel like he's a little child. Make him feel like a little baby. Like
a little
pubescent
pubescent
I know what
idiot.
I want. I'm pretty happy with where I am in life. And if you need some space to really think through your feelings, then good. Okay,
You could just say like
make
and
him
if
feel
you're
like a little
if you're not
boy.
in the place in your life where you're able to give or receive
Yeah.
love in a very healthy manner, then clearly you need to do a lot of introspective work on yourself. Mom's calling me. Say
Move
hi,
on.
Mom. We're on the podcast. You're on.
Mom, what do you do when a guy says I love you and then he says, actually, I don't know if I love you and I don't know if I want to be with you, and then he goes back and forth and he's introduced you to his family?
You leave him? Like,
Yeah, girl.
Period.
Period.
God.
Gone.
No, I want a man who knows what they want. If he's not sure right away, if he doesn't know you're the one, then it's, don't waste my time and I won't waste yours.
Exactly.
All right, I'll call you back.
Period. That was from Mama herself. And I'll tell you this, Mama don't play. Mama knows time is of the essence and it should not be wasted. So girl, let's just put it to that. That's it. That's what you should do.
Period.
And that was our show.
Thank you for listening.
And we will see you next Tuesday.
Ciao.
Bella.
Oh.